Are you looking for the best OLED TVs? In this video we will look at some of the 4 best TVs on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Sony A95L OLED. The Sony A95L OLED is the best OLED TV we've tested and is probably the best model available, bar none. It's incredible as a home theater TV due to its support of the popular Dolby Vision HDR video format, so you'll enjoy the most advanced HDR experience possible from almost any source. Sony's processing is at its absolute best here, and the TV does a fantastic job of following the content creator's intent, as the brightness and colors of HDR content look how they're supposed to. It also offers excellent audio format support, including DTS-X pass-through over eARC, so you can simplify your connection to your audio-video receiver by running everything through your TV without sacrificing audio quality. Like other OLEDs, it looks stunning in a dark room thanks to its nearly infinite contrast ratio, delivering perfect blacks with no distracting blooming around bright areas of the screen. Plus, its colors are incredibly vibrant as it uses a QD OLED panel. It's very bright and has fantastic reflection handling, so it easily handles bright rooms. It's also a superb gaming TV with extremely low input lag and Dolby Vision HDR at 4K at 120Hz support on its 2 HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports. It's compatible with GSINC and HDMI 4M VRR for nearly tear-free gaming from any recent source. Finally, the TV is available in 3 sizes, 55, 65, and 77 inches. At number 2. Samsung S90C OLED. If you don't want the best of the best but would rather get the best bang for your buck, the Samsung S90C OLED is the best value OLED TV we've tested. It's very close in performance to the Sony A95L OLED and is even better in some ways while being significantly cheaper. You're losing out on a few advanced features, like Dolby Vision HDR, so some movies don't look quite as good, as well as advanced audio features like DTS-X, so it's a bit more complicated if you want to take full advantage of a home theater receiver and surround sound. It's also a bit dimmer than the Sony. Of course, like all OLED TVs on this list, it delivers fantastic picture quality, with deep, inky blacks and no distracting haloing or blooming around bright areas in otherwise dark scenes. The Samsung model distinguishes itself from the Sony TV with its 4 full HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports, all capable of doing up to 4K at 144Hz. The TV also doesn't lose color vibrancy and brightness when in game mode. If anything, it's a tad over-brightened in that mode, but in turn, your games pop. It's otherwise a very accurate TV, requiring no calibration to look its best. Plus, unlike the Sony OLED, it has no problem doing 1440p and supports all 3 VRR technologies, FreeSync, GSINC, and HDMI 4M VRR. The only thing the Sony TV does that the Samsung model doesn't is Dolby Vision HDR gaming at 120Hz. Overall, this TV is truly the best OLED for most people due to its far better value, and it's better for gamers. At number 3. LG C3 OLED. The LG C3 OLED is one of the best upper mid-range OLED TVs we've tested. Although all OLEDs deliver similar fantastic picture quality, this one stands out for its value with its many gaming-oriented features. It provides the same stunning picture quality as other OLEDs in dark rooms, with perfect blacks and no blooming around bright objects. However, it uses a different OLED panel than the Samsung S90C OLED or Sony A95L OLED, so its colors aren't as vivid, and the TV is dimmer than those models. On the other hand, it's available in a wider range of sizes, from a small 42-inch to an impressive 83-inch size. It's also a better home theater TV than the Samsung TV, as it has better image processing, supports the popular Dolby Vision HDR format, and passes through advanced DTS audio formats. It's also an amazing TV for gaming, thanks to its nearly instantaneous response time, low input lag, and a great selection of gaming features. It supports HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on all 4 inputs, meaning you can take full advantage of the PS5 and Xbox Series X's capabilities with 4K at 120 frames per second gaming. It has native FreeSync, HDMI 4M VRR support, and GSINC compatibility to reduce screen tearing. Like the A95L, it's capable of Dolby Vision HDR gaming at 120Hz, which is a great feature. It uses LG's WebOS, a user-friendly smart platform with many apps available to download. At number 4. LG B3 OLED. If you'd like an OLED but don't need 4 HDMI 2.1 ports or high HDR peak brightness, the LG B3 OLED is a great mid-range TV and can serve as an excellent entry point into the OLED market. The TV has all the features of the more expensive LG C3 OLED, but the B3 is dimmer and has only 2 HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports. It still delivers outstanding picture quality, especially in a dark room, with its near-infinite contrast ratio delivering deep, inky blacks with no distracting blooming. The B3 is available in a more narrow range of sizes compared to the more expensive LG, 55, 65, and 77 inches. This TV has a wide color gamut and is extremely accurate without any calibration, so movies look as the content creator intended. It's also great for gaming, with its 2 HDMI 2.1 ports offering up to 4K at 120Hz support, including Dolby Vision gaming at 120Hz. It is compatible with every VRR technology, has a fantastic response time, and has extremely low input lag. It also has Dolby Vision HDR, supports DTS advanced audio formats, and has very good image processing, making it a fantastic mid-range home theater OLED. Finally, it runs the same great WebOS smart interface as the more expensive models, which is still smooth and easy to use on this model. There's also the newer LG B4 OLED. It has improved overall brightness and HDR gradient handling, and LG has increased the number of HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports to 4. The B4 is also available in a new 48-inch model, which is great for small rooms. Unfortunately, it's currently very expensive, so if you don't need those upgrades, you're better off getting the B3 while it's on sale. If you want those upgrades or need a 48-inch model, you can currently get the better overall LG C3 OLED for less than the cost of a B4.